Hello, everyone, and welcome to Awkward Author. My name is Alyssa Grasso, and this is my weekly vlog and podcast about my wonderfully awkward author life. And I've been busy this week, guys. I've been busy on many angles of authordom. First of all, I've been doing what we mainly associate authors with, and that is writing. I've done a lot of writing this past week. I've been really good about keeping to my daily schedule, itinerary, whatever you want to call it. Pretty good about getting writing in every day. Not necessarily everything else that I have on my schedule, but I've been doing the writing because that's one of the first things I'm doing in the morning. So that gets done. So it was a good idea to put that at the top of the list. So over the past week, I've written just over 7,000 words. Which, that's about 1,000 words a day. For me, that's pretty good, I gotta say. That's a lot better than I've been averaging lately, so I'm kind of psyched about this schedule that I've set for myself. It really does seem to be getting me writing. Now, most of that work has been on a nonfiction project. This is something I've had kicking around for kind of a while. I started a while back, and put it on the back burner as it happens. And I'm finally getting back to it because I'm kind of like, I had more than half of it written, I would say. And so I'm like, well, I got this here. I might as well finish it and put it out there. It's nonfiction. It's more on reselling, but not necessarily like a how-to book. Like I had my how-to sell vintage items on Etsy book, and it continues to make money for me. So, I'm happy with that. It's a profitable book. And this is more general and less how-to. I mean, it's informational in nature, but not quite a strict how-to book, just kind of like a general overview of reselling and my life in reselling. And I have a working title. I'm not sure what the final title is going to be. But anyway, I've logged in, like I said, just over 7,000 words, most of it on that project. I worked a little bit on something else. And so, I'm moving ahead with that. My goal for that book is to have it done before the end of the year, actually, and have it, get it published sometime in January, which I know if you're watching this, you're thinking, Alyssa, it's not even September yet. You've got like all this time for this project, but I really don't feel like I do. As you know, well, and as the book's about reselling, for those people that are not in the reselling business or not in any kind of, retail sales business, you may not realize that the end of the year, what, is termed the fourth quarter, is a very extremely busy time, for sellers. And basically for me, October starts to get busy, but November is just a crazy busy month for me. Like, I can't even, it's just, I'm not going to get anything else done in November, and I know that. So to me, like, that month doesn't even exist for any other projects. Like, November is like reselling, I'll be crazy. December's a little bit crazy, but because I'm selling on the internet, there is like a cutoff date. So really, by the middle of December, I'm pretty much done. And then it's like I can kick back and relax, which I need to do after the craziness of November and the beginning of December there. So in terms of this book, like, I have to get it done really before November, or at least, in maybe not done, but get a draft of it done before November, because I know come November, no work really is going to get done on it. Writing work is just not going to happen. So that's where I'm at with that project. And like I said, I have some plans for stuff I want to do, in the coming year, but I have not moved along with any of those things yet. So one thing at a time. I will be writing another thriller. I did work a tiny little bit on it, but I don't even have an outline yet, guys. So I do have to sit down and do that. And I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. The other thing I've been busy with is finalizing the cover for Girl Most Likely to Succeed. Now, yes, I am doing my own cover, and no, authors probably shouldn't do their own covers, but that is something I have an interest in. I do like graphic design work. I had some good ideas. Well, I think they were good ideas. I had some ideas for what I wanted for the cover, so I've been working on that. My boyfriend has been helping me a lot, and like over the weekend it was a team effort to finally get like, okay, there it is. That's what it's going to be. You know, that's how it's going to look. And I mean, I have like so many versions of this cover on my computer. If you looked at them, like, you know, the final version to like the original version, you're gonna be like, you know, how do you have so many versions in between? Because it doesn't look that different. But trust me, it is. You know, you might be like, oh, the font's a little different, or, you know, this is a little different. But so many tiny little changes have been made to make it hopefully perfect. But when I say cover, that's actually the ebook cover, really. I mean, that's you know, that's the graphic that's going to be posted, you know, on all the sites and, you know, on my website and stuff like that. But a physical book is actually, you know, has 3 sides to it. Well, it has more than 3 sides, but it has a front cover, it has a spine, and it has a back cover, right? So I have been, at least yesterday, once I did get that cover, the you know, the front cover done, then I did have to work on, you know, the 3-dimensional aspect of doing the full cover, which isn't as easy as you would think. Now, I mean, you could make it really easy on yourself and just, like, you know, use a solid color background for the spine and the back of the book, which I know a lot of people do. And I could have done, but I didn't. So, you know, I'm trying to work with, you know, the graphic I was using for the cover to kind of wrap it around and have the same elements and whatnot. So, yeah, that has been a trick. And I've been looking into some different things. I mean, I'm going to use CreateSpace, but I might also, you know, publish on Barnes & Noble. It really doesn't cost much. You know, it's the cost of the ISBN, an extra ISBN that you would use, and you know, if you order proof copies. So I've been looking at that. Now, here's what I found interesting when I was looking into that. Like, you know, if you use CreateSpace, they give you like you can download a cover template, which you can use, and I use to, you know, set up my document and set up the stuff. Barnes & Noble doesn't, I don't think, have a template that you can download that I could find. What they do have is instructions that you, oops, sorry about that. They do have instructions that you can download. And so I did that, and I opened them, and oh gosh, guys. Barnes & Noble's instructions for creating a cover for your book, a print cover, are all geared towards using either Microsoft Word or, you know, for Mac users, Pages, which is like the equivalent of Microsoft Word. So their instructions for creating a cover are all geared towards using word processing software to create a cover. And don't do that, guys, really. You know, if you want to create your cover, that's fine, but please, for your own sake, for the sake of readers, just for the sake of your own sanity, use some kind of graphic design program. You know, even if it's a free program like Inkscape, if you have a good, you know, free photo editing program, something. I mean, don't. You'll go crazy trying to do any kind of graphics work in Microsoft Word. I can't even imagine it, honestly, guys. So. Yeah, I just found that very bizarre, interesting, strange. And I mean, I guess there are people that are doing this. And, you know, so that's why I guess when you see instructions that say, like, don't create your own cover, I think that's what they're talking about. Like, don't use Microsoft Word, please, to create a cover. It's going to look like it was created in Microsoft Word, number one. It's going to be aggravating for you because, I mean, I think it's difficult enough to use Microsoft Word to like type a document in, but to actually use it to try to like work with graphics files, it would be a nightmare. Yeah. Anyway, so, you know, there are programs out there. Like I said, Inkscape is a great free program if you need like a vector editing program. I use Affinity Design because I do some graphic design work, but that is a paid program. You do pay $50 for that. They have a photo version to Affinity Photo. Most people that are doing graphic design work pay a subscription to Adobe and use, you know, their tools, Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop. I've heard of people using Canva for graphic design stuff. That's a little iffy. I mean, I've used Canva. It's great for creating like a web graphic, like, you want a thumbnail for YouTube or, something to post on Facebook or Twitter. It's good for that. Print stuff, it's the more involved something gets, the tougher it's going to be, because Canva does not really give you too much control. You're very limited in what you can do with it, so use it sparingly. I mean, maybe an ebook cover. I don't think you could really realistically do a good print cover with Canva. That's just my opinion. Anyway, the other thing that I've been busy this week with is actually doing some marketing, which, as you know from watching my previous videos, I have not been very good about keeping up with my marketing, and it's a weakness, it's a failing on my part. So one of the things that I set up last week, I guess it was the end of last week, was a series of ads. I'm promoting Unnamed Roads, my most recent book that I had out, which is a young adult novel, contemporary. So it's very different than, the thrillers that I'm going to be putting out. But at the same time, I want to try out some different, ads and ideas for ads and see what works and how it works, and kind of get a little bit more familiar with that, so that I have a better plan for when I'm putting out my thriller as far as advertising goes. It's still going to be very different because I'm going to be targeting different readers and things like that. So I'm still, there's still a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to figure out with that book, but at least I'll have some information. So I'm running a whole bunch of different ads right now. One of the benefits, hopefully, is that I'll sell some books. I'll sell some copies of Unnamed Roads. But then the other benefit is I'm going to have some data to work with. I've created the spreadsheets, and then I just have to, load them with information and analyze them, so that I can figure out what is working advertising-wise and, go from there. But, so I've been busy, guys, with the author stuff this past week. And yeah, I'm going to be busy for the foreseeable future, I think, as far as author stuff goes, because also I am scrambling to get some stuff done before the craziness of November gets underway. And so, yeah, that is what's going on. I was going to do a cover reveal, and I didn't really actually plan to do that in this video, so I'll probably share that with you next week. That'll be my official cover reveal launch. Next week is also, it'll be a new month, so I'll have my author income report for you, and that's it, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, getting lots done, or just kicking back and enjoying the last of summer. It's still very much summer here. In fact, I feel like I'm melting right now because I do have the AC off, and I don't have a fan in here going or anything, because I'm trying not to make too much noise, even though all the trucks and stuff going by outside, I'm sure, are making a ton of noise. But trying to keep things a little bit quieter in here for this video. But yeah, anyway, I am going to go before I melt completely. I will see you all again next week. If you are interested in finding out more about me, you can check out my website. That's AlyssaGrasso.com, AlyssaGrasso.com. You can sign up for my mailing list and get a free copy of Popular, and you can find out all about me and my books. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Keep it awkward. I'll see you again next week.